Hi everybody, this video is kind of a how-to on how to get a dramatic winged out liner look. I wear it a couple times a week, I'd say at least. I love black eyeliner and I struggled with this for so long. I can't even tell you. I used to get so frustrated putting on eyeliner. It made me want to never wear black eyeliner and I thought it looked so good on everybody else. But for some reason I thought I just couldn't wear it. There's a couple steps involved and I finally figured out a way that really worked for me and I really get good results whenever I use these steps. So if you'd like to see how I apply my winged out liner, stay tuned. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how I got the look on my eye with the eyeshadows and stuff. Now you can obviously wear this look with any shadows, any colors. I'm just showing you what I did so that you can see in case you're curious. Right now I'm just priming my eye with a little bit of Urban Decay Primer Potion and then a little bit of Painterly Paint Pot. For the next step you could use any lid color that's close to your skin tone that you prefer. Sometimes I like to use my MAC Skin Finish Natural, my mineralized skin finish. My color is Medium Plus. It just gives you a nice natural finish. It's almost like using a satin eyeshadow. I'm just patting that all over. Now I'm going to define my brow a little bit using a large fluffy brush in Soft Brown by MAC. Right under that brow bone, so the brush kind of hugs it like that. It's kind of a really small step that makes a really big difference in pulling the look together, especially when you're using dark eyeliner. This is just a warm brown. This is Espresso by MAC. And on another fluffier crease brush, this one is a little bit more narrow though, so you get a little bit more control. And place that right at the bottom of where you applied your other color, and that's just going to deepen that definition. Sometimes I like to go back over it with another blending brush just to make sure there's a nice gradual fade there. For a highlight, I'm just going to put down a white. This is Gesso, and I'm using this on my flat brush that I just used. And I like to put this down before my highlight sometimes so that you can really see the highlight color. And this is Dazzleite. This is my favorite highlight at the moment. You can use whatever highlight you prefer. It's a neutral. Not too shimmery, just brightens everything up. Kind of make a V shape to highlight in the inner corner and then pull it underneath. So far I've used a light brown, a warm brown, a white, a highlight shade, and a cool brown. So these are pretty simple colors. So this is Mystery. So I'm just going to take that on the tip of my 217. And I like to zigzag it down to the lash line. And then you can even pull some of the shadow more towards the center of your lid to give our eye a little bit more dimension. I'm taking some more Mystery on a pencil brush, and you just want to get it kind of on the angled side. And we're just going to build up that outer edge. Kind of make a little triangle, kind of like an upside down triangle, like a wedge shape. I usually use this brush to kind of define the outer edge of my eye. Okay, and then I even pull that up a little bit into the crease as well. And then take a little bit on the tip of your pencil brush or whatever's left on your brush, and I just kind of connect it up and run it underneath and blend it out so it's nice and soft. I'm using a cream gel liner today. I'm using the Bare Minerals Bugs on Lash Liner in Leatherette. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just a black. But I really like this stuff because it is so blendable. You can smudge it, you can get a thicker line with it. I'm going to use my pointed liner brush, which I use whenever I'm trying to get a really dramatic line, and it's pointed at the end so it's easier to kind of wing it out. I'll just dip it in, and you want to get it just like on the side. And then I actually start off with my eye closed just to get a nice thin wispy line. And then you can do that a couple times and then start to, I hold my brush then the other way and go back and start drawing from this direction. And just thicken that line up. So now you kind of have a general line down. At this point, I usually try to build up a really nice flattering shape, and for everybody that's going to be different. You just want to remember with this, I think it's a lot easier to do this while my eyes open, because you can really get a nice idea of what it's going to look like when you're done. So there you go. That's kind of the starting shape, and remember, you really want to think about pulling the outer edge of your eye up and out. Finish the shape, I like to ground my brush to the outer edge of my eye so you're not like selling yourself short with the length of your eye there. And then I make a few practice strokes with my eye open to see really where I want to go with my shape. Like right about here would be my most flattering point to extend. And then I can shut my eye and just trace that same motion that I made. So it makes it a lot easier. And of course, shutting your eye is going to give you a smoother surface to trace onto. Then I always go back in, the little top part right there. It's just kind of this little area right there, and that will flatten out the top of your liner and give you a nice extended horizontal line as opposed to getting that curly tail. So now for a little wing, what you want to do is think about making a few tiny light strokes using the very tip of your brush. So it's better to achieve a nice tapered thin wing with a bunch of little light strokes rather than one heavy one and messing up your entire line of liner. So you know, patience pays off with this. Very lightly, like really you can get a nice wing without applying too much pressure at all. And then I just went back in and filled in that little area again I was talking about. So another thing is make sure you maintain kind of like a curve right here. Here how it kind of comes in and then it comes up a little bit again, you know, kind of does a little dip, because that's what's going to keep it looking curvy and pretty. And then just lay my brush on top of my lashes and lightly graze that area just to get the inner eye. And the great thing about this liner is it's safe for the waterline, and you can just use the same brush and the same liner and go in and fill in your waterline. And that's kind of nice for the inner corner too, because then you get some definition in there, but it's not like having a thick line. And with whatever's left on the end of my brush, I'll just connect. Make sure you hold it flat and just connect it, the lower lash line, to that wing. And I'll usually pull it into like right about here. And take my finger and blend it out. You've already put down that shadow, so it's going to help blend it out a little bit as well. If you want to extend it a little more, you can pull down from the lower lash line and pull up there. Okay, so the last step in this process, what I always do is take Carbon by MAC. And again, these are really simple colors. I'm sure no matter what colors or products you have at home, you can kind of replicate this look. And then I pat it as close to the lash line as I can, like that, just to get it on. And be careful, because this is, you know, this could cause some fallout. You want to tap that off. And then you can start to fill in the wing. Sometimes I'll hold it vertically to do that. And then what you can do, which is what I really like to do, is blend it up. It makes it look like you really know what you're doing, because it just kind of perfects that line. And you can even pull it out here a little bit. I hope you guys can see. I'm like looking in the mirror and trying to do this in the camera at the same time. And here you go. I am going to apply some mascara to this eye, and I'll be back to show you what I did really quickly with the rest of my face. Okay, so for the rest of the look, super simple. This is just a little bit of NARS Laguna bronzer and a large paddle brush. And I use this almost every day. You guys know. You guys know what's up. Blush, I'm going to use one of my favorites. This is the Lancome Shimmer Mandarin Sky. Love this one. And for the most part, every time I apply blush, I always blend it out with a, you can use a kabuki brush or whatever fluffier, denser brush you have. Just applied a little bit of Angel lipstick by MAC. It looks really beautiful with a little bit of MAC lip gloss and see-through on top. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.